Namaskar. I hate to be the harbinger of bad news, but I don't know how many of you saw my shadow banking monologue I released a few days ago. Remember, I told you that about $240 trillion are in shadow banking at the end of 2024 and $250 trillion in traditional banking. What's the difference between shadow banking and traditional banking? In one line, it is shadow banking is unregulated. There are no safety nets in case something goes under. Well, what happened just a couple of days ago is this company called Renovo, and this is a BlackRock invested company. And the interesting thing is this company was certified to be value at par. What that means, I will tell you in just a minute. And that means, like, for $1, it was worth 100 cents. That means at par value, only for it to turn around and declare Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Chapter 7 bankruptcy is zero. Nobody gets nothing. Nobody gets anything. This is the Chapter 7 bankruptcy in America. So whoever invested in this investment, Renovo, is going to be left holding the bag. So what happened, the timeline and everything else, I'm going to share with you. A small request to all of you to please like this video, and if you have not already subscribed to our channel, do subscribe to our channel. Here we go. So what happened? The collapse of Renovo Home Partners. The collapse of Renovo Home Partners. Well, in the world of private credit or shadow banking, remember I told you assets are not traded publicly, meaning like you really don't know how valuable a particular asset is, and it is up to the owner of that asset to declare what their value is. Well, in September 2025, BlackRock valued the debt of Renovo as 100 cents to a dollar. 100 cents to a dollar. That means that they said this was par, which means everything is full. But then what happened after that? In November 2025, we are looking at it has come down to zero. The actual value is nothing now. It has declared Chapter 7 just weeks before the debt was marked at par, full value. How did this happen? Well, there is nothing one can do because this is all in the shadow banking area. You have no way of saying, look, you cannot suddenly lose it from 100 to zero. Basically, when you say the actual value is zero, that means it's completely worthless. So what happens? The players, who are the players? Well, the borrower was Renovo Home Partner, and it was a roll-up of regional home remodelers such as Dreamstyle and Reborn Cabinets. The owner is a company called Audax Private Equity, bought and merged the companies in 2021. The shadow bankers that were involved with this are BlackRock, TCP, Capital Corp, and Midcap Financial. They were the ones who provided the private loans for it. Now, let's take a quick look at how it crashed. This is where it is really scary, viewers. Number one, the roll-up started between 2021 and 2022. Renovo acquires regional brands promising a national platform. Debt is used to fuel this rapid expansion. Remember, I told you private equity, strip mining, all that stuff. What do? They use debt to fuel the rapid expansion. Then in 2023-24, the interest rate started going up. You remember that from 0.25, it went up to 5, if I remember correctly, or even 5.5. It could, I could be wrong, but basically you get the idea. So then what happens is the entire thing stalls. Housing market cools down considerably, and the roll-up strategy fails to integrate cultures. Cash flow dries up. If you can't sell homes, you're basically you're sitting on built inventory. You have to offload it. The only option is to lower the prices. But if the interest rates are high, then the borrower is shy. They don't buy. So despite this, there was an illusion created in September 2025 that lenders were valuing the debt that this company Audax owed as full price or 100 cents to the dollar. This is the opacity of shadow banking. You never know what exactly are the skeletons buried inside the closet. Now they have fallen off the cliff. November 4th, 2025, that fateful day, Renovo has filed Chapter 7 liquidation, not reorganization. Chapter 11 is reorganization, where they get some time to pay off the debts accrued. Here, no, they have completely filed for Chapter 7, which means nobody gets anything. Total death of the company. So what is the ugly side of this? Well, when public banks fail, the FDIC steps in, like for example, Citibank or any other bank, right? Your account value is safe up to $250,000 per account. In fact, there's one big difference between the bank accounts in India and United States. In the United States, if you, let's say you have a bank A and you have 4 accounts, right? Each of those accounts is insured up to 250,000. Whereas I'm told in India, if you have one bank and 4 accounts in that one bank, the complete insurance covers you only 1 lakh for all the 4 accounts. Please check and confirm and let me know if I'm saying something wrong here. That's what I've heard. So now let's take a look at what happened to the employees and customers. Employees, they were fired instantly without notice. No severance checks, locked out of offices. As far as customers is concerned, like people may have paid down money to buy homes, deposits are lost, kitchens are half demolished, and warranties have been voided overnight. I'll give you all the links in just a moment, viewers, but this is where things stand right now. So what does it mean? Well, like I said, shadow banking is a big dangerous operation. I have told you that many pension funds have invested in shadow banks, and that could be a problem. For example, if in this case, if there is an investment from a shadow bank, if there is an investment from pension funds into this, that would be at risk. I don't know. I'm waiting for the fallout to come. But you see now, slowly but steadily, things are beginning to trickle out. And that's probably one reason why the Fed decided to cut the rates and also say that we are going to stop quantitative tightening, which means they are going to start quantitative easing again, put more money into the economy, again print money. I don't know, this cycle is going to go on again. I am really leery of this. That's not going to augur well for those of us who are already holding homes and dollars. This is going to dilute our holdings. This is basically crashing the value of the dollar. And the entire world is going to scream. Let's see how it plays out. I hope it's not going to come to that. And hopefully it's not going to be as bad as I'm making it out to be. Unfortunately, this has happened in the past, and I'm afraid that it might happen again. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.